then we're learning on the fly, and the Telegram, blew up, and then Steve DeFi said he wanted to start a project, and if people are interested, they should reach out to him. And I didn't see that message, but Rain Man saw that message, and Rain Man reached out to me and said, "Hey, Steve DeFi wants to start something. If you're interested, reach out to him." So I did, and then Blaze started that way with Ali and Josh and Scotty and Steve DeFi, and yeah, it all just kind of started there. And then Inferno came, and then the team kind of branched out, and people started doing their own things, and I wasn't planning on building anything. But then E280 came out, man, and E280, to me, that was a game changer. Using these bots, you know what I mean, to work for you, flipping the script on these bots and using them to work for you. Oh man, that's so awesome. And just the ease of it, the fact that you can just mint an NFT and hold it. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is not sell it right away. And I'm older, I'm 52, so I like the staking, I like the holding. I don't want to be game theory every single day. Um, on my laptop doing that. I know some people love that, and TitanX has that too if you want that. But for me, I like it simple. And so I was like, I have an idea. And I just like you guys say, I messaged dude. He's in a totally different community. Hey dude, I have this an idea, and it was inspired by E280, and I want to run it by you. Okay. We have a phone call. Oh man, I love that idea. You want to build it? Yeah, let's build it. And here we go.
That's awesome. It's cool how you can literally just reach out to someone, again, to circle back to what we were talking about. You can literally just say, I have an idea. I'm going to reach out to someone, and they could be like, holy moly, we need to build that. Yeah, we're going to build that. Okay, let's go. And then next thing you know, we're here on stream talking about the fact that Stacks is coming to life. So yeah, that is so cool. And I'm really excited to find out more about Stacks, because from the stream I've watched originally, it looks interesting. It gives people an ability to still earn the staking yield from the protocol without it being necessarily taken over, so to speak. So it's cool. So before we go off the deep end anywhere else, any philosophical or community stuff, I want to focus on what you guys are building and give you guys a chance to really get the viewers understood and educated on what you guys are building. So Callum, why don't you start us off? Let's dig into Phoenix. Now I'll bring up the DApp here and we will go into it. So if you were to summarize Phoenix, I know you've had this question before, in as few sentences, I'll give you that openness there, as few sentences as you need to get the point across of what Phoenix is, the value proposition, what users can expect. Lay it on us, man.
Okay, I'm going to try and make it really short and concise. Okay, so
you can't use ChatGPT on the fly here.
Yeah, let me just so hyper deflationary, capped after 28 days, 4 buy and burn streams. Nice. That's pretty much the bullet points. And then you can go in depth. The four buy and burn streams, we have 3 stakes. We have TitanX stake, a Blaze stake, and a Flux stake. And obviously they pay out rewards, and those rewards fuel the Phoenix buy smart contract. Every time that's triggered, 50% of the Phoenix brought is burnt. The other 50% goes to an auction balance. After the 28-day fair launch, there's going to be auctions where 1% of that balance is going to be auctioned off daily and for TitanX, and that TitanX is going to be recycled into strengthening the 3 stakes and to burn even more Phoenix.
Love it. I love it. So why, and I know you've had this question so many times, but for my viewers, why the decision to go into the different staking pools specifically? Because obviously this is built on top of Inferno specifically. So can you talk about that relationship and why Phoenix was designed in the way that it was?
Yeah, 100%. So it's all kind of comes to this kingdom idea. So originally I wanted to build in Dragon X, but Inferno was there, and I was like, wow, this is amazing and so undervalued as well. And all these protocols that are building around Inferno, like Flux, obviously Blaze was there before, and it's all kind of has this hub where Flux supports Inferno. It's the biggest Inferno burner, and it leverages Inferno as well. And then Blaze was obviously originally where all of the Inferno guys came from. And there's this whole little community building around Inferno. And I was like, I've got a really good idea of a way to leverage this and just support this entire kind of sub-kingdom, sub-ecosystem in TitanX. So as I said before, Flux is the biggest Inferno burner. So if we're supporting Flux, we're supporting the Inferno burn. And our only LP is with Inferno. Our main LP, I should say, is with Inferno. So as we saw with Baby Dragon X, on top of Dragon X, the bonded liquidity plays in this ecosystem are insane. And when Dragon X did, it did like a 10x. I think Baby Dragon X did a 10x by default, but then did another 10x on top of that, just by the additional buy pressure, which is insane. It's all these kind of stacked deflationary on top of deflationary. So that's why I decided to build on Inferno. And it just made sense with all these free stakes supporting. And obviously we wanted to meet the ethos as best as we could. So we have a TitanX stake, which, shout out Mike, Matrix is going to be sending 2% of the TitanX that comes in to our stake. And Gotex, another Inferno Kingdom coin, is going to be sending 4% to this TitanX stake. And we just want to meet the ethos, burn as much TitanX as possible. If you go into the stakes, you'll be able to see on the right-hand side how much TitanX is ready to be staked. Is it 50, 50, 57? Is that 67?
67 here.
67. Wow. Yes. 67 billion TitanX already burnt. And it's just over, it's about 28 hours old. So yeah.
That's
I hope that answers the question. I went on a bit of a rant.
Oh, no, that's perfect. I mean, I want to know more about this, and I want those who are watching to really understand, not like there's levels, right? There is the simple level of, okay, how does it operate? The second level of, okay, why is it beneficial to, how am I going to get anything, out of this? Then B, how does it impact the rest of the ecosystem, right? And then how does that translate back to the user experience of the price chart, or to ROI in the end? And so I would ask you, okay, if you're looking to the future in an ideal environment, not financial advice, this probably will never happen exactly the way that you or I could ever even think about it. But if you were to conceptualize best case scenario for how this operates, how do you see Inferno creating the underlying momentum that then translates back into Phoenix over time? And then how does the user experience that?
Yeah. So Inferno, the reason why we built on it and why I think it has a really good future is there are multiple projects, because it was completely fair launched. It was just released to the community by all the Blaze guys. Hi, Jake. You okay?
You?
Yes, it was just released to the community, and then people started building on top of it and burning Inferno. So now there are multiple projects like GoX, like Flux, that are actively making it more deflationary. So it's a perfect base for projects to build upon, because there is no more supply ever coming out for Inferno. And I think over 55% of all Inferno has been burnt forever. And that number keeps going up. So it's a perfect base to build upon, because it's hyper deflationary on top of hyper deflationary, on top of the underlying hyper deflationary base of TitanX.
That is sick. I love it. I'm excited to see, because, anytime you have another kingdom, so to speak, that begins to really flourish, it's going to create an underlying momentum that carries everything else forward. Whether it's the Dragon X side of the ecosystem or Hyper or now the Inferno side, this is going to be exciting. Jake, real quick, welcome, man. Good to have you on here.
Yo, one question. Can somebody remove 2 destinations so I can stream to my YouTube next?
I would. Let me see what I can do here. I got my YouTube.
I'll remove my YouTube.